Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Mensah. Taking a shot on the first play. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. Working the ground game. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
To the air, it's Bailey. Left side is Odom. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Lets it fly. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
Oh, pressure's coming. They're working that left side. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Gets the back moving. Here's Mensah to throw. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Wants to throw on first. Fires to the right. Finds his man. It's Newsome. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Out wide left, it's Skinner. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Fresh center down's going to the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab in the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point splits the uprights. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. The give. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Throwing, Mensah. Firing toward the end zone. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
And that's exactly the response you want now from your defense. Your offense just turns the football over, puts you in a really bad spot. Great job being ready on first down. Playing the pass, now forcing a second down. You want to force the field goal here, obviously.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. The offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Rush right in his face. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Mensah. A shot toward the end zone. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So 1st down here as they go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And he muffs it, it's loose.
These specialists and these return specialists, they got speed for days. But you better hang on to the football. I know you want to make big plays, those splash plays that can change games, but you better secure the football first.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. It's Skinner. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Hit as he throws. Pulls it in. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. Sometimes you have to put it in a tight window, and sometimes the window is gargantuan, and it was there.
Yeah, that was one of them big old huge windows. And I tell you what, when you throw in the middle of the field, a lot of times quarterbacks are a little bit hesitant. When you're that open, it's easy to pull the trigger, easy to make the decision, make the read, get the ball to your receiver.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Wiggles free. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
All right, well, that QB knows he now has to get the ball out of his hands quick because that defensive end turned the corner fast.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Wide receiver going in motion. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Throwing, Mensah. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. And they stop him short. Complete the pass, but no first down.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They're all over it. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. There he goes.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive, and he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
Off-play action on first down. Unloads to the right. And his throw is incomplete.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Mensah. Under pressure. This one's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Fresh set of downs going up top. He's got it and still on his feet. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice.
Touchdown Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll run it. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
The Dogs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Deep in the end zone, it's Wilson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Will take over. First and 10.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Auburn lines up quickly. Might as well give it to him again. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
It's been really hard on this quarterback all game long. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give this defense so much credit because they've done a really nice job on the back end in coverage, but they've also been able to affect his rhythm with a solid pass rush, and you saw it right there getting the sack.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here's Mensah to throw. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Second and long here. The snap sets up the throw. Rush is on. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
When the quarterback leaves the pocket, I have to know that. You could tell the defense did. They did a great job skewing towards him, moving towards where he's scrambling. Now I can be in the passing lanes. Great job by the defense understanding it.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Throws for the tight end. Got a man. It's Newsome. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Georgia going up tempo. They'll go to the fullback. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. If they thought it would fool them to give it to the fullback, that was not the case.
Yeah, give this defense credit. They obviously watched a lot of film this week, and they knew there were a lot of different guys offensively that could touch the football, including the fullback, but he had no room to go there.
Left side is Dixon. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone.
Will take over. First and 10.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Pulls it, looking for a crease. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge net.
It's a seam wide open. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Mensah. Out wide right, it's Barney. Makes the grab, it down immediately. He picks up a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down to the air. Out wide left, it's Newsome. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Throws to the tight end. Right side, it's Newsome. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Mensah. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Just keep slinging it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception, and now this offense has a chance late. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Gashing the D on the right. Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Here's Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's dropped after taking the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Left side, it's Newsome. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. With the catch, it's Newsome. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Hauls it in. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Running inside. It's Allen. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Drops back on first down. Out wide left, it's Barney. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Throwing, Mensah. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. The Bulldogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw on first. Finds his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Second down, gonna throw it. Look out! They get to him as he throws. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Mensah. It's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Bailey. Grabs it in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing.
Makes a grab and room to run. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the 1st down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score.
Defense has to do a better job defending the sideline. You've got to keep the ball carrier down in bounds to keep the clock moving, try to bleed this thing.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. Rifles it down the middle. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And listen to the crowd. They're going absolutely nuts. If they get the extra point, they tie this thing. In all likelihood, it's going to overtime, and they've got the home field crowd behind them. What a huge advantage in this moment.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they've tied it up in the final seconds. Looks as if we might be headed for overtime. From deep, it's Barney. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. On the option. Got a little space. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. All right, right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Here's Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Skinner. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They take the lead here in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Woods. He's got the 1st down. Touchdown, Tigers! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Man, what a response. You just gave up 7 on the other side of the field. Every reason to get dejected. Oh, man. But they come out and they respond and they score on the first play. And now, Jesse, down by 1, what do you do?
And they made it look easy too, David, and you got to wonder about this defense and how much they have left in the tank. Because of that, maybe if you're on offense, you just decide to end this thing right here. You scored so easily, maybe you could do the same on a 2-point play.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. It is the Auburn Tigers emerging victorious in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.